डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर ओपन युनिव्हर्सिटी.
વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો, ડૉક્ટર બાબાસાહેબ આંબેડકર ઓપન યુનિવર્સિટીમાં આવતા BCA કોર્સમાં ચાલતા ડેટાબેઝ મેનેજમેન્ટ સિસ્ટમમાં બ્લોક 4 યુનિટ 1 આજે ભણીશું, જેમાં ડેટા વેરહાઉસિંગ એન્ડ ડેટા માઇનિંગ, એન્ડ યુનિટ 2 વિલ બી સિક્યોરિટી. સો ફર્સ્ટ ઓફ data and data warehousing and data mining will cover in this session. So for this session we have just concept what is data warehousing, what is data mining, what is the architecture, which are the tools for data warehousing, which are the tools for data mining, and what is the difference between your normal query and data mining, that we will cover in this session. So first of all, data, whenever you are just referring any gathering of raw material, that is referred as a data. Whenever you are manipulating something on your data, then it will become the information. Whenever you are something manipulating on your information, then what it will become? It becomes the just any judgment. Then on judgment you are performing something, then your decision, and you are performing decision, then it will become the knowledge, and if you are performing the knowledge, then you are always get the success. Then data warehouse is from to the integration of data from a multiple heterogeneous sources. If you have similar type of data, then you can store within your simple storage, but whenever you are just gathering the data from multiple heterogeneous sources, then you have to definitely go for the data warehouse. Data warehouse is nothing, that is a collection of heterogeneous data. So the warehouse comes for this concept comes first by the Bill in Mon in 1990. He stated that the data warehouse is integrated, subject oriented, time variant and non-volatile data. These are the 4 characteristics of data warehouse. Then data helps to analyst or make analyze of making a decision in your organization, and whatever reporting and queries are there, that referred by the mining queries for the decision making. So a data warehouse offers the general consolidated data in multi-dimensional view. Besides this, it provides the online analytical processing tools, that is OLTP, that used for to making a decision support system. These tools are just help us to make a interactive and effective analysis of data in a multi-dimensional space. So whenever we want to make any DSS, that is decision support system, if you want to make a analytical organization, then we can go for the data warehouse. It's provided this type of facility. The functions of data mining are just association, clustering. Rather than just providing the simplest query, the data mining is just referred to perform this type of complex operation on your data warehouse to make a online analytical process and to take a effective decision in multi-dimensional storage. So this is the term warehouse, how data mining works, for which purpose? To make a online analytical processing for better decision support. So this is the concept how data warehouse work. Here is your data warehouse, that means the collection of multiple heterogeneous data you are storing in your warehouse, and your extract tool and just use process, these are the extract, transform and load is a process, which is the simple tools for just gathering the data from different storage and just make it into this single space, and here you are just making reporting, ad hoc queries or OLAP, that means any of uses of your data warehouse you can prepare. That means these are the heterogeneous storage of your data. This is the storage, your datas are there, you are storing is here, and using this heterogeneous data you are preparing the your runtime reporting or ad hoc query or mining complex tasks for what? For online analytical process or DSS, or to making a effective decision on your business. And what is business intelligence? Business intelligence, that means just one example, your online shopping. In online shopping, you have generally just refer that the connected items are always together, so you can easily find it, and unnecessary shopping you are also doing whenever you are just making online shopping, or you are just shopping in the mall, both are there. So, these are nearest, and in online shopping, whenever you are referring the website, once you have referred the your dresses or your whatever items in at this time, that will be reflected in next time. Your first view, it will gives you the offer, something that attracts you to just go for that. So, and another person who is referring the shoes, that type of item automatically shown by that. So, this type of intelligence you can perform for achieving or just grow your business more and more. And as you see in your shopping mall, so the related item are always set it together, so you can buy it, and that will attract you to buy something with this. So, these are the simple example or some of the this is just simple task or logic are there for to achieve the very grow in your business, that is the business intelligence. So, warehouse are generally used for to make a intelligence business using this mechanism. Now, according to just Devlin, that is data warehouse is single, complete and consistent storage of your data, which obtain this variety of data from the different sources and from the end user can understand as a business context. Okay. So, end user does not know from which type of sources you are gathering the data, they have a single context data, but your data are collected from different sources. That data warehouse is nothing but a collection of data which is basically used for your important decision making. Okay. This all type of data of your organization you are just making is a just like a storeroom. What is storeroom? You are putting everything in your storeroom, whenever you require you are just getting from it. That is no any structure you have to store this type of data only this here. Okay, you have a section to store the data, and according to that section you are getting the information. So, this is the storage or storeroom of your data. Then these are the characteristics of data warehouse: subject oriented, integrated, time varying and non volatile. First, subject oriented. The data warehouse is mostly organized around your major key subject like your enterprise. Major subject, that is customer, patients. According to the subjects, it will store the data. This is the subject oriented data storage. Second, that is integrated. Integrated, that means the whatever consistent naming conventions are there or formats are there, these all are related to each other. So, you can easily identify your data. That time varying. Time varying, that means it will shows the multiple dimension of data. The one most required, that is the time, because the timing information always give the true information. If I am giving the record of my business of 2016, that does not match with my current system. So, whatever information you are storing within your warehouse, that must require the time component, because according to time that information will be true, but for today that do not make any sense for me. So, if I am talking about the just product billing at 2010, then that always be a ledger, but if I am talking about the billing amount of 2 days, then that will be also changed, but for the 2010 that amount will be corrected, and for the 2016 new amount will be also always be correct. So, timing information always be sure, and whenever you are just referring warehouse, it will always store the large amount of data, that means heterogeneous data in very historical data. So, your data are vary in just length and amount. So, it will also just require to save your data with timing information, that is time varying. Non-volatile, that means the data in data warehouses are loaded and refreshed. That means you can store your data and you can just refer your data. You are never be provided any update and delete task with your warehouses. So, these are the 4 most useful characteristics of data warehouse. These all are subject oriented, time variant, integrated and non-volatile. These are not changeable, they have capacity to load and just refer. No any operations of updates and deletes are performed on your data warehouse. Now, it is a database which is just reserved, just split from your organizational operational database. There is your recurring updating in your warehouse, no any updations are there. It has consolidated historical data, as I have said. Whenever you are go for the data warehouse, it will also always store the historical data, which is helps to just mold your business intelligently. So, it provides the facility to organize and understand your data and make a strategic decision. For an example, if you are just talking about the online shopping, so how they will just improve them business, their main major motto is just make a more business, more shopping, more transaction. So, they are giving you according to user behavior, they are giving you the offers to you, the scene of your current application state, that is the your last view, whatever items you are referring, that offers you are showing of the next time of visit of that particular website. So, how it will be happen? So, if you are referring your mail, then also you are getting the indications, you are getting this much offers in or these these products by these day. So, this is the intellectual business that you can just grow up with your warehouse. So, it helps of just help us for integration of variety of applications. It also help the just chronological analysis of your data, of your consolidated data. So, the warehouses is the method of construction of your data. Using this gives you the integration, multiple heterogeneous storage of your data, which provides ad hoc queries or mining queries for making a decision, and it's also support the different tasks like cleaning, integration, consolidation, knowledge variance. These all are the tasks you can perform in your data warehouse. Which type of application just uses the data warehouse? These are the financial services, banking services, consumer goods, retail sectors and controlled manufacturing. For the business purpose, if for an example manufacturing, if I want to launch new product, then what is my indication, what will be the new product, how it will just gain the market, how I will just get the any type of benefit from that product, that must require the analysis, and then you can get the decision you have to launch or not, because for you are launching benefit for just benefit of your business. So, for this type of analysis you must have to refer your past transaction, past requirement of your customer, then you have to analyze all how is the price of your raw materials, and if you are putting this price, then how it will be good to your customers. These all type of analysis you can just make with your business. So, these are the applications where the data warehousing is required. Now, the architecture of data warehouse, generally these are the 3 tier: top, middle and bottom tier. So, what is the responsibility of top? That is top tier, that is front end client tier or layer, which is the query tools and reporting tools, analytical tools or data mining tools are there for just manipulating the information which you have just stored within your data warehouse to make a decision support system. Now, middle tier, what is the responsibility of middle tier? These are the OLAP server which is used to just make a multi-dimensional OLAP or relational OLAP, R OLAP, M OLAP or H OLAP. Now, what is online analysis processing? That means M OLAP, that is the multi-dimensional data operations you have defined at that level, or relational OLAP, that means you are mapping your data or operation in standard relational operations. That means whatever operations you are performing, that predefined definition you have to define at this both level in middle tier. You have to define all the concepts for manipulating or mapping the data within the M OLAP and relational OLAP. Then the bottom tier of your architecture of data warehouse, that is the database server tier. This is the RDBMS or any multiple RDBMS backend tools or anything that feed your data in your bottom. This helps to the process, extract, clean, load, store, refresh functions within your database. That means bottom is responsible for to actual storage. These are for the just middle, just define the online processing system that is using H, that means hybrid OLAP or M or R OLAP. M, that means multi-dimensional OLAP, or R, that means relational OLAP. And top tiers are the applications or client layer using which the mining tools or query tools or this your analytical tools are there, which just making a decision using your data. Okay. So, this is the architecture. Just see here, this is the storage, entire datas are there of different process. Your data warehouse is here. Here are the different heterogeneous sources from where your warehouse gaining the data or gathering the data. So, for gathering the data, data warehouse uses this tool, that is extract, transform and load ETL tools from just gathering the data from various sources, and it will be stored within the bottom layer where your DBA store your actual data. Then what is the middle tier? Middle tier is your OLAP server which designed the online processing system, that is R OLAP, H OLAP or M OLAP. And the last is analytical tools which using this, you are just using this, referring this server to just making the decision from historical and heterogeneous data sources available of your organization. Now, the models. First, that is the virtual data warehouse. What is virtual data warehouse? Operational data warehouse, that is known as the virtual data warehouse, which is easy to create, and creating virtual data warehouse just require the additional capacity of your database server. That means, it requires the memory for just creating the virtuality. Second, that is data mart. The organization wide data mart, that means subset of your data. This is the important for the organization to just get the data of specific group. In other words, data marts, that is the precise figure of particular group. If I am storing the entire organization information, but data mart provides the specific group information. In organization, the customers are there, users are there, and the organization teams are there, the products are there, the orders are there, lots of groupings are there. So, data mart is specific to the employees. So, this is the subject oriented subset of your data, that is you can store within your data mart. These are the specific of type, these are just restricted to the subjects. So, these are the data mart which makes you the just effective just fetching of your data from your data mart. Thirdly, enterprise warehouse. These are the obtains all information and subjects spanning on whole organization, entire organization, different subject information you are putting in single place, then your enterprise warehouse is there. Then another model to represent the warehouse, that is the star schema. Star schema, that means determination of which schema model should be used for data warehouse should be based on analytical tool. That means in diagrams, for representing the warehouse, you must have to define the fact tables, dimension tables, these all you have to define using the star schema. So star schema is nothing but the representing your modeling concept of your warehouse, in which whatever related tables, which are the keys parameter of your warehouse, these all you have to define in the form of your star schema. For an example, see here, in your warehouse you must have to define your fact transaction, that means the facts which you are using, dimensions which you are using, which are the keys, which are the relationship. So, for that schema, star schema gives the facility to define the fact tables. Fact tables, these are the dimension tables, are numerical facts or behavior of your foreign key that contains two types of column, aggregate level and fact detail that contains the data. So, whatever related columns information you have to define in your fact. So, you can get the relationship among the dimensions. So, what is dimension? This is the level of hierarchy. This is the dimension calls the one dimension contain the primary key of your dimensions, and that related data you can store within your dimension. This is something like your table that has a primary key and related data will be stored in this. And fact table consists whatever relationship or related attributes you have to define within your dimension. So, the characteristics of dimension, that is the value of dimension. So, this is the star schema for represent the warehouse. Now, the main characteristics of star schema, that is simple structure, easy to understand, there is immense query and swagger, that means you can make a join of number of tables using this schema, you can get the information. Then relatively long time to load the data using dimensions. So, you can get the general idea of your warehouse structure, then how the implementation is required, that you can get the information. Now, which are the tools? As I have already gives you a hint for just making or gathering the data warehouse uses the ETL tools. What is ETL? Extract, transform and load. To pull the data out of a database that place into another database, automate this process, that combine the group of one device or another servers into a same database. For this, ETL is useful. The extract, this is the tool which read the data from given source database and desired subset of information processing of data. So, because your different formats are there and you have to store within your single your warehouse. So, for converting it, the ETL tools are there. The task of extract is to just read the data from the given source of database. What is the use of transform? The transform inserted the whatever extracted data into the database. So, it is necessary to form removed or process of converting data from one to another, that is required in what? Transform, because your multiple type of formats are available and you are just storing in your database that has some of the types. So, you are just mapping or converting one to another to make it convenient way to store. The transform is required, and load, that is summary, sorting, strengthen your integrity, check and construction of index and data revision. That means, you are just fetching the data and how you are making the very performative fetching of data, that is into the load. So, these are the tools for extract, transform and load. Now, KDD process in your database. Up to these, we can get the idea why warehouse is useful. This is the just storage of your data from the heterogeneous and multiple complex or multi source data at a one point, but this is implemented for just making a decision support. So, how to get the intelligence from your storing or historical data? So, this is the entire process known as knowledge discovery databases. As you know, whenever you are performing your KDD process, you must have the historical data. For the historical data, we are storing into the warehouse. So, here our warehouse is there. Then to perform any operations, we are cleaning the data. So, unnecessary value, null values or duplicate data we must have to remove or just make it from the outside from your analytical study. Then integration will be performed. Integration, that means how to integrate your data with your existing form, that you have to perform here. Then make it into this selection and transformation. You have a all organization data, and if you want to perform some subject related decision like what is my new production task. So, for that we do not have to see your employee information or your current daily attendance information of your employee or current customer. You must have to focus on selective data, whatever your products, similar products, your previous transaction related to that product. That means the selection of task relative data according to your objective for just getting the decision. According to that data, for just making decision, you have to gather, that is the task relevant data, and on that data you have to perform some patterns or data mining task or any reporting task to make a decision, that is pattern evaluation, and last you are getting the knowledge. So, from the data you are getting the knowledge. That entire cycle is known as KDD. First you are storing your data from various databases using data cleaning, you are making it integration using the data integrity, then your warehouse is available, then according to objective you are getting the decision, you are just preparing the task relevant data. On that data you are performing or applying some knowledge based query using the data mining, then you are getting the knowledge, and according to knowledge you are just getting or evaluating something for getting the best decision. So, this is the entire KDD process. So, for the KDD you must have to apply the pattern evaluation technique. These are supported by the data mining, and data mining is provide the tools for clustering, association, these type of complex tasks which gives you the knowledge from your daily usable data. And these are the intelligent technique for to extract the potential useful pattern from your data. So, data mining is nothing but you are providing the technique which is discover the just undiscovered or unseeable patterns from your data. That means you cannot see the patterns directly, but the task of data mining to just find out the hidden patterns from your data and gives you the indications. And these are the applications of data mining: market basket analysis, detection of fraud, the retention of customer policy, the analysis of basket detection, fraud detection, financial market, pharmaceutical product launches. These all are the area where data mining is useful. Whenever you want to make a knowledge based analysis, then data mining gives the very much useful. Whenever you are just calling of biometrically, risk analysis, fraud detection, financial data analysis, for these all you must have to go for the data mining, knowledgeable mine query. So, in this we have covered why warehouse, why data mining, what is data mining, why data warehouse and which type of data these are storing, and why data mining we are referred. Normal query does not give the hidden pattern solution, for that we must have to go for the data mining. So, that have a capability to just find out the hidden patterns which are available in your data, and that will be given to you. So, that is why we are referring the data mining. So, in this session we have covered why data warehouse, why data mining, which are the tools and which are the techniques. Thank you so much.